Now can you hear me? No? Still
Yes.
nothing? You can
Yes.
hear me?
I can. Yeah.
Okay. Jeepers. Okay, let me see. What the heck? I wanted to try it if at all possible. And I had my headphones in, but if my headphones are the issue. Just I don't know. I'll just do it without my headphones, I guess, outside. I think it's okay. You guys can hear me, right? Can you hear
Absolutely.
me just fine? Okay. I just want to be out in the sunshine. It's so nice.
It's so nice.
Okay. All good in the hood. Let me just like straighten you a little bit. Very crooked. Ah. Okay, sorry. I'm thinking soft flow today. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
That's good.
Okay. Okay, let's do it then. Sorry for my technical difficulties. Thank you for your patience.
Totally understand.
Okay. Muted you guys. And let's do the thing. Okay, you can still hear me back here, right, Barb? Good? Okay. All right, let's just start in a comfortable seat. So just sit any way that feels good to you. You can kneel, you can sit cross-legged, and take a moment, kind of move a little bit. So maybe stretch your arms up, twist, roll your shoulders, roll your head, whatever feels good. And then as you're ready, just find stillness. So eventually come to just a nice tall spine. Soft through your face, soft through your shoulders. And let your eyes close. And just take a moment to really fully arrive in your body and with your breath. So start to feel into your breath, maybe even visualize your breath in some way. And next time you inhale, just fill up as big as you can. Take a moment to pause at the top in fullness. And then big open mouth sigh, let it go. Ah. Do that 2 more times. So inhale, fill up. Hold at the top, extra little sip of air at the top. And then big sigh out your mouth, release. Ah. Last one. So big, huge inhale, biggest inhale you've taken all day. Hold. See if there's any more air, you can sip in, maybe an extra little teaspoon. And then sigh it out your mouth, let it go. Seal your lips now. And start to cultivate Ujjayi breath. So slow and steady. And big and spacious. And as you drop into Ujjayi, tap into your Ujjayi, start to circle your torso around. So as you inhale, you come forward. Heart opens as you exhale over to one side and back. And as you inhale over to the other side and forward. So just kind of moving around in a circular motion. And feeling into the mobility of your spine as you connect with your big deep breath. And then after a few rounds this way, take it the opposite direction. Switch it up. And again, move slow enough so that you can really feel into your spinal column and feel into even your mid-back mobility. And after a few rounds, you've gone both directions, just come forward to hands and knees, tabletop. And we're going to go right into thread the needle. So from hands and knees, make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart. Take your right arm out to the right and reach it all the way up. Inhale. And then exhale to thread it through. So reach, 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 and come down to rest on the outside of your shoulder, outside of your head. Yeah, good. And then big, deep breaths. Breathe a lot into your back body. Good. Take a couple more. And then if you do happen to have your left hand lifted, set it back down. On an inhale, unthread your right arm, reach it out and up one more time. And then exhale, set your right hand down. And let's take it back to down dog for just a moment. So tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips, and just kind of walk it out. Stretch, lengthen. Create space from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. Create space between your ears and your shoulder. Feel your big deep breaths, last couple rounds here. And then bottom of your next exhale, just set your knees down. And let's thread the needle on the other side. So take your left arm out and reach it all the way up. Exhale to thread it through. So reach, 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 and then rest gently outside of shoulder and head. And breathe into your back body. So really tuning into the space in between your shoulder blades, your back ribs, low back. Good. And if you do happen to have right hand lifted, set it back down. On an inhale, unthread your left arm, reach it out and all the way up one more time. And then left hand to the ground. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and lift your hips. So take a moment and just walk it out again. Stretch, lengthen. Feel whatever there is to feel. Notice whatever there is to notice. And take one more inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, top of your mat forward fold. Halfway lift position, come right into it, lengthen. And exhale, bow and fold. Let's take it all the way up, rise, arms to the sky, breathe in. Hands to heart, breathe out. Inhale, reach up and stretch. Just flow with breath. Exhale, dive down slowly. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. So see if you can keep that exhale going, lower down. Lift your heart, inhale. This is high, this feels right to you. And exhale takes you back down dog. Big inhale as you push into the ground. Gaze forward, exhale, step or hop, top of your space. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, bow and fold. Let's take it all the way up. Arms extend overhead, inhale. Hands to your heart center. Exhale, one more round like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back and down. And downward facing dog. Okay, from here, let's take our right leg back and up. So stretch your right leg high. You might take a moment, kind of open up your hip or roll out your ankle a bit. Good. Extend your right leg as high as you can. Take one more in breath. And then as you exhale, step your right foot to the top of your yoga mat, low lunge. Bring your back knee down today. So if you need extra cushion, you can double up your mat or put something under, like sweatshirt under your back knee. Hands up to your front thigh. Make sure you have plenty of space in your legs. So if this is what you look like, it's gonna be really hard to go anywhere. So you might walk your front foot forward a little bit, and then start to lean forward, right butt cheek towards your right heel. Press your right heel down and try to pull it back towards your right butt cheek. Tone your belly, navel to spine. You can stay right here with your hands on your thigh, or your left arm reaches up. You can stay right here, or both arms reach up. Right butt cheek towards your right heel. Press down through your right heel and pull back energetically. Lift your heart. Take one more in breath. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, pivot your back heel down, and let's take it up to a warrior 2 now. So cartwheel your arms up, settle in. So as you bend into your front knee, feel it track towards your pinky toe. Hips are open, shoulders are open. Slow, steady breath. Next inhalation, reverse warrior. So pivot, your front palm to face up, and then reach up and back. Keep that deep bend in your right knee, and lift your right ribs up away from your right hip. Breathe into that long line of energy from your right hip to your right fingertips. Take about 2 more rounds in your reverse warrior. Bring it back into a warrior 2. Straighten your front leg and parallel your feet so all of your toes face the long edge of your mat. Arms to the sky, inhale. And then exhale just takes you all the way down, wide-legged forward fold. Hang out here for about 5 breaths. If there's any way you want to move around or explore on your own, get creative, feel free. Good. So wherever you go, make sure your breath is able to flow freely. It's able to move. It's big and spacious. Take your last couple of rounds. With your next inhale, come to a halfway lift. Fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees if you need to. And then crawl your hands to the top of your mat. You're in a low lunge. Root into your front foot. And just step your back foot forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. And let's take it all the way up. Rise, arms reach, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Arms to the sky, breathe in. And then this time, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. If you want more of a challenge, you can press your palms together and try to steeple your index fingers towards the ground. Shoulders stay back and down, shoulder blades hug your spine. Maybe reach your hands back. Maybe lift your heart up. Take one more big inhale. Keep your clasp, hinge at your hips all the way down. Hold. Hang out with your fingers interlaced in your forward fold for about 2 or 3 breaths. Bend your knees as much as needed so that you can let your head be heavy and let your neck relax. Lift your butt higher. Lift your knuckles higher. Maybe reach your index fingers higher. Take one more in breath. Exhale, hands to low back. Release your clasp. Let your arms hang down. You can give them a little shaky shake. Maybe give your head a little shake. Next time you breathe in, spinal extension, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank. Top of your push-up, push the ground away, find your strength. Like you're resisting gravity, slowly lower. Let's take Spider-Man Cobra. So bring your hands to frame your mat on your fingertips. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, little twist to your right side. Left shoulder dips down a bit. Back to center, breathe in. Heart lifts, belly tones. Exhale, other side, twist. Inhale, back to center, lift your heart. And exhale, release. Bring your hands to frame your ribs, press up to tabletop. And then from tabletop, we'll move into a modified side plank. So pivot on your right knee, your right foot comes to the outside of your mat. Left leg reaches back and then left arm to the sky. So open up into your modified side plank. Feel your hips, the front of your hips opening, front of your heart opening. Yes, good. And then option only if you want to float your left foot off the ground and reach your left arm forward. Maybe bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold of your left foot, and then open your heart. So kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Good. Take one more big deep breath. And slowly let it go, hands and knees. Bring your knees together and walk your hands off the right edge of your mat. Sit your hips back into the left. So lengthening through your left side. Breathe into that space, press your left armpit towards the ground. And you can stay low or you can rise to switch to the other side. So I'm gonna lift up, walk my hands through center and then off the left side of your yoga mat, hips back into the right, lengthen through your right side. Big deep breaths. And then as you're ready, as you feel even on both sides, come back to center. Barb, can you still hear me okay? Just by a thumbs up. Good, okay. Thank you. All right, downward facing dog. All right. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Take a moment and feel free to open your hip or explore on this side. So just feeling into it, feeling around, breathing into it. Take one more inhale here, maybe. See if you can extend your left leg a little bit longer and then exhale left foot to the top of your mat. Back knee comes down gently, hands up to your front thigh. So as your hands come to your front thigh, make sure you have enough space in your legs. If you have a really short stance, walk your front foot forward. Left butt cheek towards your left heel. Draw navel to spine and lift your heart up. So feel that connection to your center that supports your low back. You can stay right here. Left butt cheek sits towards your left heel. Or add your right arm, reach your right arm to the sky. So really feel that length through your right side. Stay here or both arms to the sky. So lifting your heart, holding your belly. Sit your left butt cheek toward your left heel. Soften your face. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then pivot your back heel down, rise up to a warrior two stance. So hips are now open, shoulders are open. Your front knee is tracking towards your pinky toe rather than collapsing inward. Reverse warrior. Front palm rotates up, reach up and back, lengthening through your left side. Bend deeply into your left knee. And lift your left rib cage up away from your left hip. Back leg is just as strong as your front leg, so press through your back foot, inner and outer edge. Take one more deep breath. Reach through fingertips, bend into your front knee, and then come back to your warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Turn all of your toes to face the long edge of your mat, so feet are now parallel. Arms reach up, inhale. And then this time, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades squeeze your spine. Maybe you press your palms and steeple your index fingers. That's up to you. If you can reach your hands back a little bit, lift your heart up a little bit. One more in breath. And then keep your clasp, hinge at your hips. all the way down into your wide-legged forward fold with your fingers interlaced. So if having your fingers interlaced doesn't work for you, that's fine, you can let it go. But if you keep your hands clasped without your hands on the ground, you have to use your core to work the pose. So see if you can feel your strong core here. See if you can feel your big, deep breath supporting you here. Next time you inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips on the ground, walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. Turn low lunge and then just step forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway and lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold and bow. Rise, take it all the way up. Arms extend overhead, reach. Then exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms to the sky. This time we'll sit back into a chair plane. So bend your knees and swing your arms back behind you. Heart stays lifted. So feel a connection to your strong core and also to your back body. Your back muscles are strong, squeezing around your spine. Only if you want, option to float up to your tiptoes, a little balance challenge. Heels lift, knees bend a little bit more. Take one more round. Inhale, option to stay on your tiptoes just for fun. Reach up, high mountain. And maybe stay on your tiptoes as you dive down slowly into your fold. Heels on the ground as you inhale into your halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat. Find your strength. Push the ground away, inhale. Like you're resisting gravity, slowly lower. Find any back bend you want to, any heart opener you'd like. Give yourself at least 2 breaths there. So you can move a little bit, maybe just gaze one way and then the other way. Tabletop, hands and knees. Hello, Missy. All right, from hands and knees, pivot on your left knee so your left foot comes out behind you like a little kickstand or to the side of your mat. Right leg reaches back, right arm up. So open through the front of your hips, front of your heart. Great place to stay, or you can float your right foot off the ground. Reach your right arm forward and lengthen your right side. Final option, only if you want to take it. Bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. Tendency is to kick your foot up. It's way easier. Try to kick your foot back. Let your heart look up. Let the front of your hips open more. Make sure your breath is right there with you. Take one last huge full body breath. And then slow release. Back to hands and knees. And this time, we're just gonna sit back either into a kneeling position, or if this bothers your knees or just doesn't feel good, you can sit any way you want to. You can sit cross-legged. We're gonna do just a little bit of neck work. So just sit nice and tall through your spine. And then let your right ear fall down towards your right shoulder. You can stay just like this, or you can take your left arm out to the side, down towards the ground. Maybe left forearm across your low back behind you. Really just let your head and your neck relax. Breathe into that space on the left side of your neck. And then just slowly, wherever you've got your left arm, whatever it's doing, just let it come down by your side. Roll your head forward, chin to chest. And then roll it over to the other side. So left ear to left shoulder. And if you want to, you can go a couple more times back and forth like you're drawing a little smiley face with the crown of your head. But eventually left ear to left shoulder and just hold there for a few rounds. The same options apply. So your right arm might reach out and down. Your right forearm might come across your low back. You might even Reach your left hand up and give yourself a little massage. Face stays soft, spine stays long. Make sure you're not shrugging your shoulders up, but you're letting them relax down. Breathe. Good job. Last couple here. Whatever your right arm is doing, just let it fall next to you, down by your side. Chin to chest. And a couple little smiley faces with the crown of your head. So just go back and forth a couple of times, slowly and mindfully. And then next time your chin falls towards your chest, just lift your head straight up. And take a few rounds of just gazing over one shoulder and then the other slowly. You think that this is completely like everyone can do this until you wake up one morning and you slept wrong and you can't turn your head to one side? Oh my God. Then you're like, wow, turning my head is so amazing. Okay, come forward to hands and knees. All right, my friends, from hands and knees, let's take it back to down dog. Ujjayi breath. If you've lost it, reconnect. Inhale, right leg to the sky, and everybody open your hip. Take a great big inhale and see if you can lift your right knee just a tiny bit higher. Exhale, pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your mat. Set your body down gently. So take a moment, find what's called the integrity of the pose, the strength and the structure. So front hip pulls back and up as your heart moves forward and down. Be here for about 5 to 7 breaths. Use your breath to soften. Take just about 2 more rounds. And slowly start to lift your upper body. We're going to come into a seat. So ease your way onto your right outer butt cheek. You can let your hips open. And then just take your left leg all the way around so your left foot comes to the outside of your right thigh. If you need to, you can extend your right leg. You can even extend both legs, give them a little shake out. But eventually, this is where we're going for a little twist. So you can either keep your right knee bent and kind of adjust so that both sit bones are on the ground, or you can keep your right leg extended. Hug your left knee in, puff up your chest, get tall. Take your left arm up, get even taller, inhale. And then as you exhale, twist to your left. Left hand comes down behind. Perhaps gaze back over your left shoulder. If you want to take any variation with your right arm, feel free. So tall through your spine, broad through your shoulders. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Couple more. End of your next exhale, unwind your upper body and bring your hands off the right edge of your mat. Round your spine and take a little bow. Your left butt cheek can lift up, curling in. And then let that go, just sit up. Bring the sole of your left foot to your right inner thigh now. And we're going to first take this with open hips. So adjust, let your hips open towards the long edge of your mat. Right toes are flexed, press through the back of your right heel. Sit bones on the ground and then press your left foot into your inner thigh back into your left foot. Take your left arm up, right hand can be on your right leg or in front of your right leg. Inhale to lengthen, and then like a side body stretch, reach up, up, up and forward. Try to keep your heart open. Right hand can slide down your right leg or whatever feels best. Heart open, press foot into leg, leg into foot, flex your right toes. Breathe. Good job, you guys. Last big deep breath. See if there's any more space you can find. And then as you inhale, lift your upper body, both arms up. Bring your left hand down behind you, spread your fingers, push down, lift your hips. So more of a modified side plank or more of a modified wild thing, totally up to you. Go for length and space. One more big inhale. And as we exhale, we're gonna come down into a forward fold. So exhale, sit bones down, pull your right hip back, reach your left arm forward and fold. Forehead toward shin, nose toward knee, navel towards spine. Flex your right toes, press through your right heel. Try to also press through the back of your right thigh. Use your big, spacious breaths. All right, very bottom of your next exhalation, roll up, super slow roll up. Rolly, rolly, rolly. And then once you rolled up, your head stacks up very last. Take your left leg out, give your legs a little shaky. See if you can keep your hands kind of at your heart center, just in front of your heart. Feet to the ground with your knees bent. Windshield wiper your knees side to side without using your hands behind you. So feeling into the mobility of your hips, that front knee or top knee, work it forward and down. And then after a few of these, here's your invitation. Grab the outer edges of your feet like you would it for a happy baby. Balancing happy baby on your sit bones. Yay! Lift your heart. Pull with your hands, press through your heels. Feel your core engaging here. Turn it into a boat pose. Squeeze your inner thighs. Whenever you're ready, cross your ankles, roll over your feet. You can take it back to plank or tabletop, I don't care. You can take a vinyasa or some cat-cows. And we'll see you eventually back in downward facing dog. Big deep breaths in your down dog. Walk it out. Inhale your left leg to the sky. And whenever you are ready, I can't remember if I had us open our hip. I don't know, open your hip if you want to, and whenever you're ready, pigeon pose is where we're headed. So left shin forward, rather than just plopping into it, left butt cheek pulls back and up as your heart moves forward and down. Use your breath. Take about 3 or 4 more. And bottom of your next exhale, maybe you want to side out your mouth. We'll slowly find our way up and into a seat. So you're going to just kind of sit over onto your left outer hip. Swing your back leg around. If you need to, you can take a moment, give them a little shaky. But right foot to the outside of left thigh eventually. And left heel can come in towards your butt cheek, kind of adjust so that your sit bones are both on the ground. Or if it feels better, just extend your left leg. Either way is fine. All right. Hug your knee in, get really tall, puff up your chest, proud chest. Right arm reaches up, inhale. And then exhale, twist to your right hand comes down. Gaze over your right shoulder. Any variation you want to take with your left arm. Breathe. Wendy popped on. Yay, hi Wendy. And then slowly, bottom of your next exhale, unwind your upper body first. Bring your hands off the left side of your mat and take your little bow. So round your spine, right butt cheek can lift, curl in, breathe into your low back. Lift back up. Sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh. So extend your left leg, sole of right foot to left inner thigh. Let your hips open towards the long edge of your mat. So press foot into leg, leg into foot, flex your left toes, press down through your left heel. Reach your right arm up. Inhale, get super tall, and as you exhale, think up and over. So heart doesn't close off and look down, stays open. Left hand can slide down, maybe grab your left foot with your left hand. Peace fingers to your left big toe, if that's available, go for it. Reach and lengthen your right side. If you do anything with your gaze on purpose, then see if you can take your gaze a little bit up. Press through your left heel, try to press through the back of your left thigh. Take 2 more deep breaths. Next inhale, lift your upper body, reach your arms up. Take your right hand down behind you, so fingers spread wide. Push down, lift your hips, lengthen your left side. So like a modified side plank or more of a modified wild thing, it's your choice. Just length and space, lots of it. Feel into it, breathe into it. One more inhale. And then when we exhale, we're coming into our forward fold. So exhale, sit bones to the ground. And you might even just swing your left arm back, right arm forward, pull your left butt cheek back, and fold. So think of trying to reach your heart past your left knee. It won't happen, but have that intention. Keep your left toes flexed, keep pressing through left heel. And keep pressing or trying to press down through the back of your left thigh. About 2 or 3 more deep breaths here. And then very, very bottom of your next exhalation, roll up slowly. Your head is the very last thing to lift. And then extend your right leg forward, maybe shake it out for a moment. Remember, prayer hands out in front of your chest, feet on the ground with knees bent, windshield wipers without your hands behind you. If you need your hands, that's fine, you can use them. And then after a few of these, we'll come to center. Grab the outer edges of your feet, and like you did before, you can go for that balancing happy baby, or you can extend your legs so you're balancing in a wide-legged straddle. Whee! Press through your heels. Engage your core, flex your toes. Breathe. Woo! And bring your legs together for boat pose. Squeeze your inner thighs, lift your heart. One more inhale here. And then exhale, cross your ankles, rock forward, step back, plank. Either a vinyasa, or if you want to skip it, that's fine, but just end up in a child's pose. Child's pose it out. Breathe into your low back. Feel the support of the ground underneath you. Good job, friends. All right, from your child's pose, come up to hands and knees, and then just find your way onto your belly, all the way down onto your belly.
Let's take shoulder pigeon. So right arm extends out to the right, palm faces the ground. Turn your head to the left, and then roll up onto your right side. And any variation you want to take with your left arm, with your left leg. Relax your head down. Take 2 more breaths. Ease your way back onto your belly. And then this is a little bit different. Lift your head and your chest like you would do for thread the needle. Kind of spread your right arm underneath you. And then you're just going to kind of trap your upper arm underneath your chest. So if you're a woman, it's above your boobs. And then just see if you can get your forehead to the ground. And see if you can reach your left arm. So left arm forward. And crawl your left fingertips as far forward as you can. Press your left armpit towards the ground. Breathe. If you ever did this in Jason's class, this is one of Jason's stretches that I love. All right, you guys, and then listen here. Just bring your left palm to your right palm so your hands are together. And slide your left knee, keep it on the ground, but just bend your knee and slide it up towards your hands. Now you're gonna reach your left arm up and back, so you're opening up into a spinal twist. Left arm up and back. So the intention is to get the back of your left shoulder to the ground, and your left arm to the ground. If that's not happening, that's fine. You can bring left fingertips to your left shoulder and just reach with your elbow so it's not kind of making your left arm fall asleep. And your gaze is up or over your left shoulder. You might bring your right hand to the outside of your left thigh. And if you need to make any adjustments, that's fine. Make sure you can breathe. Good job. Last couple of rounds here. We're just going to kind of rewind all of that. So rewind out of your twist, unthread your right arm, and for a moment, just rest on your belly, head either direction, and arms just down by your sides. And you can either just rock your hips a little bit, side to side, or if you want, you could even windshield wiper your shins side to side. If you windshield wiper your shins, make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart. And in your next couple breaths, move into your pigeon, or excuse me, your shoulder pigeon on the left side. So your head turns right, and then left arm out to the left, palm faces the ground as you roll up onto your left side. Same thing, whatever you want to do with your right arm and right leg here, totally up to you. Make sure you can relax your head down. Just spacious breath. Take about 3 more. And then slowly ease your way back to your belly. And like we did before, lift your head and your chest just enough. So you can use your right hand and kind of thread your left arm underneath you like you would for thread the needle. And trap your upper arm right underneath your chest. So if you need to, you can kind of scooch around and then try to get your forehead to the ground. Once your forehead is on the ground, reach your right arm forward. Reach it as far as you can. So crawl your fingertips forward and try to press your right armpit down. And then bring your right palm to meet your left palm. So you set your right hand on top of left. And then slide your right knee up towards your hand. So keep your right knee down, but slide it up. And then with your right arm, reach up and let that guide you open. So reach your right arm up and back behind you. Heart opens. You can bring left hand to the outside of right thigh. You can bring right fingertips to your right shoulder. And just reach out through your elbow. And send your breath down into your belly. Breathe a couple more bigger, deeper breaths if you can. And then instead of rewinding out of it this time, we're just going to roll all the way over onto our back. So your head will stay facing the same direction and you'll just roll over onto your back. Once you're there, hug your knees in and rock gently from side to side for a moment. And then set your feet on the ground with your knees bent. Feet mat width distance apart. Windshield wiper. So tee out your arms or cactus your arms. Take your knees side to side. And then, so take these windshield wipers for as long as you want to, you guys. Eventually come back to center and find a happy baby pose. And give yourself a few breaths in happy baby, just rocking around, maybe extending one or both legs. And move into one final inversion of your choice. So anything at all that would put your hips and or your legs higher than your heart. It could be a bridge, it could be a restorative bridge, it could be as simple as just extending your legs straight up, like me. If you want to take a couple different inversions, or if you want to move and explore a little bit in your inversion, feel free. Five to 10 breaths in your inversion. And then if there are any last poses, any finishing poses, anywhere else your body is wanting to go, feel free to go there. So give yourself about 5 to 10 more breaths to come into your final relaxation. Unless you want to go there immediately, that's fine.
So as you find your way into your Shavasana, I will read to you. And this is by Jeff Foster. This moment is not life waiting to happen. It is not goals waiting to be achieved, words waiting to be spoken, connections waiting to be made, regrets waiting to evaporate, aliveness waiting to be felt, enlightenment waiting to be gained. No, nothing is waiting. This is it. This moment is life. So rather than going off into some future that hasn't even happened yet, rather than going back into the past, which cannot be changed, see if you can allow yourself for this last little bit to just be in this moment. This is it. Take it all in, whatever is in your space, whatever sounds, whatever energy, whatever's in your body, notice it. And give yourself these last few moments to do nothing at all, except simply just be. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Just start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, stretch, move. Eventually find your way into a fetal position on either side. And just really let your practice sink in, absorb in as you lay in this nurturing pose. And slowly find your way up into seated meditation just to finish our practice and close our practice together. Bring your hands to your heart. An invitation to Om with me. So don't worry, try to let go of how you sound, but just focus on how it feels to use your voice, to feel it coming all the way down from your gut, all the way down from your belly, moving through your body, and then expressing out your mouth. So start by exhaling, clear your throat, and inhale your voice. Thank you so much for letting me guide you, friends. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Was
Katie.
that all right? The sound
Thank
and
you.
everything?
It's wonderful.
Okay. Hope so. You guys are nice sometimes and just
Sorry,
say
I
that
didn't get the whole thing, but I had to
No
get in what I
worries.
could.
Glad you popped on. Good to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Yeah,
Always.
it sounded good.
Okay, I hope so.
Is it cold
Okay.
out there? Are you cold?
No, it's freaking nice. It's a little like there's like a slight chill. Like when the
Yeah.
shade was just on me, then I was a little chilly, but now
Okay.
I'm warm.
Yeah.
Nice
It looks
and
beautiful.
springy.
Love the
All
bird.
right,
Thank you.
friends. See you next week. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.